Welcome back to Alphablocked. I hit another farming milestone level. 47. So now I have watermelons. 55 experience each. Not too shabby. Still probably slower total experience than just sticking with willow trees. But the more farming experience we get here, the faster we can get to 51 and do pineapple saplings. And that's going to be much better experience. We're getting some decent experience from these watermelons. And we're using 3 different locations. Ardoyne, Catherby, and Falador. Trying to run all the way to Mauritania or the Farming Guild. Not really viable. Would take a little bit longer than I prefer. So I'm just going to stick with these 3 and my willow trees to get our farming to keep going up. $47. And this is going to continue to be a background thing that just keeps happening. We will see how many watermelons we end up with by the time we get to the levels we're going for. But for now, I've got watermelons to harvest. At the rate we're going, we're going to be using pineapples in no time. 48 farming. Very good. But now, it's time to start unlocking things. And since we're here, we might as well sell off the bowstrings. For another 1.1 million coins. I don't know exactly how much money I need, but still a bit. We're doing okay. But I'm now comfortable getting back the full Darox just to have it. Realistically, we could get a lot further by selling off all these Barrows pieces we're not using. But then we wouldn't have a bank that looks as nice. And that's half of this whole thing we're doing here. And we still got 2 million coins. That's plenty. That's plenty. And we're wielding the axe right now, so that's okay. I'll buy more stamina potions. Always good to have stamina potions. Alright. Now we're gonna unlock things. First today, another bit of adamant equipment. This time, the plate legs. Another fairly common drop. And 2 out of the 3 adamant pieces that we need for a future goal. We're going to... Perfect, there we go. Adamant plate legs. Ornate boots are locked in from last round, but still not unlocked. That's just adamant plate legs. The next item we're unlocking is the bucket of milk. And we're going to be grabbing 2 of these today. And then a third one as a bank placeholder. Take this as items. Put 1 right here. We're going to be using these other 2 buckets of milk in 2 quests. The first one, here in Varrock, Gertrude's cat. First we need to find out where the cat is But that's a easy thing to accomplish. Just need to talk to the kids here. And we already did that. Good. That's one of the problems with doing quests this way. It really does slow the whole process down. Forgetting which steps you've completed. It's a whole thing. But now we have the bucket of milk. So that is perfect for Fluffs up here in the lumberyard. We just run past the sawmill operator. He doesn't care. As we jump over this broken fence. Head up the ladder. Try to pick up the cat. Doesn't appreciate it. Maybe the cat's thirsty. Well, here is a bucket of milk. That was interesting. We got rid of the bucket of milk. It's almost like we traded the cat the bucket of milk, and then it gave us back a bucket. So that was the whole thing. But now the cat wants something. And if we try to pick it up, it says it's hungry. We do not have anything to feed this cat quite yet. So we're going to have to leave it there. If we come over here to Lumbridge, we can help out the cook. We just need to grab a pot of flour, which I don't think we have anymore, and an egg. Egg. There it is. Fantastic. So we just head down these stairs, talk to the cook, and complete the first quest. We give him the milk. Again, we just give him the milk and not the bucket. So, where he's holding this milk, I don't know if we're like just pouring it into his cake tin for him. And a pot of flour. Ah, this is pot of corn flour. That's not right. We can make a corn cake. I don't know. Alright, we're gonna go get another pot of flour. Right back. One pot of a regular flour, fresh from the Grand Exchange. And that completes Cook's Assistant. It looks like he did take the pot, though. Okay, sure. So we're left with a bucket. Or, well, no, wait. That was the bucket from the cat, wasn't it? Never mind. The cook takes the bucket in its entirety. That completes Cook's Assistant. So that's good. Now we can talk to the cook. Ask him if there's any other quests. And we're right back to it. Again. He needs help. You can ask him, how does he still have a job? The answer to that is the job was passed down in his family. But here we are, trying to help the cook again. But this time he needs slightly more difficult items. Not that it was easy for us to get these items we needed. Starting a recipe for disaster. We already had a green man's ale, a rotten tomato, and an eye of newt. So all we need to unlock is the dirty blast. But of course, we cannot unlock the dirty blast yet because that starts with the letter D, and we are currently on the letter C. So we need to grab ourselves something that starts with C. And today, that item will be... Wait for it. A coconut. Oh boy. It's a coconut. Yay. Now we can make that dirty blast. We very much we just got a coconut. Starts with C, nice and cheap, easy enough. So we got the coconut, not the coconut. Coconut doesn't matter. That goes in here. We need ashes, we need a fruit blast. And we need Green Man's Ale and Eye of Newt. Should have an Eye of Newt in here. Yep. So we'll get the Green Man's Ale. Because we drank the last one to produce a beer glass. Cha-ching. Ashes in the blast. Looks disgusting, that's what the cook asked for. Dirty blast. Big placeholder. And back to Lumbridge to do one of the quicker turnarounds from cook's assistant to first part of Recipe for Disaster. Ta-da! Now we can go in and observe the feast. But I'm not going to. Or maybe we need to. Does he have a quest point for this? Yeah, I guess we need to. Well, we're gonna go in here. And from this point on, we can not enter this room. Because there's a feast going on. This is an incredibly long cutscene. So we're gonna skip it. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I know everybody's stuck in a time bubble. Which, for once, means me leaving doesn't really matter too much. Also, this is a quest where a lot of people leave it partially finished for long periods of time. So this is not an abnormal activity to leave. Maybe you would go and start a few of these. Get up to like Mithril Gloves or something. But that's not for me. We've got a combat bracelet anyways, so really any gloves we could quickly obtain here wouldn't even be better. But that's only part of the problem. What with the whole having to unlock items deal. So instead, we're going to go get an item that would complete a different quest, has no use to me, and starts with the letter E. Speaking of, the Elemental Shield. Purchasable on the Grand Exchange. For either 1,000 or 5,000 coins. Hard to say. Or not. Like, I know it's not a very good item or highly sought after, but can I at least get one? Yeah, we did it. 6,000 coins for an Elemental Shield. That you have to complete the quest to equip and to make. But it looks neat, even if it's just in your bank. So that is our item, starting with E. Good enough for me. Now we just need a quick trip to pick up something that starts with F. Up here at Sinclair Mansion, for the murder mystery quest, we can investigate the sack for some flypaper. You would use this for finding fingerprints and all that jazz. But to find the fingerprints on the things, we would need to pick up the things, and then that makes a fingerprint, and it's a whole thing. So instead, we will be leaving to do a different quest. Unfortunately, it's in Ardoin, and we can't teleport to Ardoin, so we are walking. Just need to drop my runes here, so we can use the Galarial's Pebble to get down into Galarial's Tomb. Since we are not level 3, we don't really need to worry about the Moss Guardians. All we come over here and grab Galarial's Amulet and another one. See, we can even punch these guys. We could probably beat them up if we brought food or anything. That is part of the premise of Roving Elves quest, but that's not why we're here. We just need the amulet, because that starts with G. We can wear it. Has no stats. Looks pretty much identical to the Gnome Amulet. But that's not my problem. That is one more piece of a waterfall. Of course, we need to head back in there later to get the urn. But for now, that is G. For H, I'm going to need this coconut. And a thing that already starts with H. Hammer. Crack open a coconut to get half a coconut. What exactly we did with the other part of the coconut is beyond me. But no, we've got half a coconut. It starts with H. There you go. We're doing a lot of connected items here today. We got the bucket of milk to complete. Cook's Assistant to start Recipe for Disaster. We got the coconut to break it in half. It is all working out. Moving on, we're going to get ourselves an impling jar. Now, that is half of the equation of opening up the implings that we've gotten. Unfortunately, they still drop other things, so still not advisable. And also, we can't put anything in the impling jar because we lack butterfly nets. And we can't make impling jars because that requires a whole bunch of other things. But that's okay. For J, we're continuing the jungle camo set by getting the jungle camo top. Now that's a fashion statement. It's very jungly, I suppose. Maybe more swampy. But they can't really put leaf textures on everything. That'd be a lot. So that's jungle camo. Fantastic. Starts with J. That's what we needed. And now, we grab our key and our key to go get a key. And then use that key to go use this key to get the key that we're looking for. I used this key to open a door, to get a key to open a door, to use my other key to open a door, and now we're here with the skeletons to get our next item. Continuing that chain of keys, we have the ever exciting key. It's yellow this time. So next time we come back here, we're going to have to use a key to open the door, to get a key to open a door, to get a key to open a door, to get this key to open that door, bring this key to open a door, to go get another key. Everything's called key. And it is something over here. Anywho, we are again leaving Melzar's maze, this time with a different key. Presumably we could get multiple keys, leaving those bank placeholders, but that's not too necessary. I'm perfectly fine with just the one. That'll do. So we can put these back in here. Maze key. Goodbye. Orange key. Hello. Yellow key. And we can get back to unlocking another item. It is the Limport root. Cheap. Starts with the letter L. That's all I can really ask for. The Limport root. Yay. And now, another thing. A bit of running around all of Great Corrend, talking to the general store owners. We've completed the next step here in the Client of Corrend quest. He takes the quill and the paper office. And we are given the mysterious orb. We are tasked with putting this in a place. But as with every other quest, once we get a new item, we stop and go put it in our bank instead of continuing the quest. That is one step closer to finishing Client of Corrend for that incredibly useful favor certificate. But for now, we need to unlock different items. Place this right in the bank. Our next item is going to be complicated again, because we need to get a different nest box. This one has seeds. We need one with either rings or empty. So to do that, we're going to need more mole skins, noted, with the correct number of inventory spaces. Let's see if we can get this right first try. Mole skins. I'm going to take 4, because that's the minimum you can actually use. Take them out as notes. Good. Now we already have a nest box seeds in here, so I question how getting more boxes is going to actually function. But we will find out, won't we? So we need 3 spaces for the 4 boxes. We already have seeds. Because each of these boxes holds a number of nests of a given description. So I don't know if we can have multiple different nest box seeds with different amount of nests in them. Well, we'll see. We'll try to hand it into Wyson and see what happens. I would like to hand in mole parts. And we get 2 boxes this time. This one is seeds, and this one is rings. So this is our new item. Nest box ring. Perfect. So that just means we are missing one more nest box, and that is the empty version. We're going to need at least 4 more bird's nests when we do that. Well, 4 more mole skins, rather. And then if we end up getting a consistent amount of not empty boxes, we're going to have to keep purchasing more mole skins until we get the empty box. It's a strange things we do. But this will work. So, nest box with rings. And I'm gonna hazard a guess that this nest box of seeds is not gonna stack with our other nest box of seeds. Oh, there it is. So we can produce a nearly unlimited supply of nest boxes with various numbers of seed nests in them. Okay. So technically these are different items. They're both nest boxes that contain seeds. If we check this one, it contains 4. Check this one, it contains 2. So I guess we had 2 rings. Okay. I guess the next question is going to be, do nest boxes of seeds containing the same number of nests stack? The intricate details we get into in this series, I swear. Anyways. Next up is an item we already have. It's the ornate boots. So we got the ornate boots as our O unlock this time, and the ornate gloves from last time. Doesn't match with this set, but some cool looking boots and gloves. Nothing to speak of stat-wise, but fashion. And that counts for something. For P, I'm gonna get papyrus. Very cheap. Very starts with the letter P. Can't do much better than that. And in the bank it goes. For Q, we still can't get anything that starts with Q. That's going to continue to be a thing for the foreseeable future. It's unfortunate, but there's just not many things that start with Q. I'm still waiting for the dungeon of things that start with Q and X. That would be an update tailor-made for this account. I'm not holding my breath. So instead, we move on to our next item. Making another step in the fishing contest quest. We enter through the gate with our fishing pass, our red vine worms, and all that good stuff. And we're not actually ready to go yet. Do we even have that item? We should. Yep. Okay. We need to be slightly preemptive here and skip a part of the natural progression in this quest in order to not waste a slot getting some unnecessary item. Luckily, we can quickly pop back over here to Sears and grab this garlic. Conveniently located for the fishing contest quest. We already unlocked garlic, so that's not a problem. We just need to stash this, and we can get our next item here. Show my pass again, which we already have. Use the garlic on the wall pipe. And start the fishing contest. The sinister stranger does not enjoy garlic, so we get his fishing spot. We bait the fishing spot, grab ourselves a raw giant carp. Interestingly, you can get as many of these as you want and then cook them, but only during this quest. So, instead of finishing the contest, I'm leaving. Somebody else gets to win this contest, I suppose. But we escape with the raw giant carp. And that's what we need from there for now. Pretty much just one step away from finishing fishing contest. But that also gives item. So here we go with a fish. Which we will slam here into the bank. And we won't need to bring it when we next attempt that part of the quest, because we're going to have to fish 3 more anyways. So I guess that's just stick around in the bank as a memento from our fishing time. But now, it's back to Rebecca for a different quest. Next up, in Pier the Seer's puzzle house, we take this red herring and use it at the cooking range. To get sticky red goop and a herring. I don't think we have herring unlocked. Alright, let's see here. Herring. Red herring, raw herring. No. Okay. What were we doing in H? Oh yeah, that's not a problem. I will pencil that in for next time. Herring. Okay. We don't get to keep this herring, which is another interesting system. Nobody talks about the bits that aren't important for the quest, like various items that sometimes leaves you with a different item. This herring, pretty much irrelevant. What we care about is the sticky red goop. But luckily, having to unlock herring next time, not a big deal. We even get to keep the herring. Ah, we can't bring the herring in. I guess I could bank it, though. Alright, at least we get this in our bank as a reminder that this is what's happening now. So that's okay. And they have moved the minigame teleport to somewhere else now. There it is. It's in the chats. Okay. Just need to give my way to a bank so I can gear up to go searching for our next item. Nice and quick, down here at the Temple Spiders, we get our second tattered page, the Tattered Sun page. So that is 2 out of the 3 tattered pages. And our second of the T items that are tattered pages. So there you go. No reason to stick around and get more of these when we would be risking getting the third page and not being able to pick it up. So we'll just stick with the 2 that we got here. Well, this is the old one from last round. So we have 2 out of 12 pages now. That's okay. Good progress. Used 1 sip of prayer potion, 1 sip of super attack potion. And we received drops we could pick up worth a grand total of 4.6k. So, not bad. Could be worse. All that away. Perfect. Only a few more items we need to get here. It looks like we should be able to just purchase these all and wrap things up here. Unfired pie dish. I'm sure there's going to be so many of these floating around. Yeah, we did good. 168 coins. Very nice. Very nice. Nice and cheap. Nice and easy. Does not look like much of a pie dish, with everything being the same wet clay color. Just gotta use your imagination there a little bit, I suppose. For V, it's back to the villager set to get some sandals. But which ones? I think the light blue ones. That's right. Actually, trade plus 164,000 coins, you say? Well, that's concerning. I hope it's not that much. Oh no. I don't think we had problems with the cost of the other sandals. What's going on here? Not a very popular item, apparently. Well, that's not ideal. These are the right sandals, right? Yeah, the darker blue one goes with the blue and yellow set. And these are the white sandals are so much cheaper, though. That's unfortunate. Wouldn't look good with my set if I get the wrong sandals at this point. That's obviously not going to work. I'm going to put in an offer for... Nope, not 200,000 sandals. That's not right. 1, I don't have that much money. 2, they don't buy for that price. I'm just going to leave this offer in here for villager sandals. But luckily, if we check our bank, money is not something I'm really worried about, because we have another 16,000 bowstrings to sell. Crafting is a 72 now. And it's looking like we're going to need a lot of this money, because my goodness, the prices of some of these things we try to buy. So, let's sell off these bowstrings. And bowstrings are down in price. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great for me. Oof. Well, they will slowly sell. These will slowly buy. It's okay. It's okay. I will manage. And I will manage to do something else while we wait for these sandals. Hooray! And here I thought I was going to get this done right now. Oh well. A bit of patience is all it takes. Sold our bowstrings for 1.6 million gold. Very good. And we got the villager sandals for 200k. See if we can get our villager outfit out. We're still missing the top, so it's still not going to look fantastic by any means. There's the sandals. Yep, the shirt, the big striped sweater still looks not great with the villager outfit. Interestingly, the villager top is not called villager top. So we have to wait a little bit until we can get that to complete this outfit. In the meantime, we should be able to very quickly wrap this up. Now that we've made it past that hurdle. We're going to get white berries. Cheap and easy to obtain compared to those sandals. That is our W item. For X, we still need to go to challenge mode Chambers of Zarek. And as much as adamant plate legs are totally what you need there, that's still not a thing that's happening. So, we will continue to be lacking anything starting with X. Last two items. We're getting yellow robe bottoms. We'll go with the rest of our yellow robes and outfit. We got the yellow cape, yellow everything, yellow top, yellow hat, and yellow robe bottoms. So now we're going to be a full yellow wizard with our yellow cape or a yellow party hat. Convenient items. Let's start with Y. And lastly, another Zamorak item. Finishing out the regular Dragonhide set armor, the Zamorak D-Hide body. 420,000 coins. Looks really good. Comparable stats to Carol's. Looking really nice. Compared to the Carol's leather top, it's got significantly less magic defense, but more in the other defenses. Well, less range defense too. More melee defense, really. And 1 prayer bonus. And it doesn't degrade, so. There's pros and cons. Total magic defense for these 3 pieces is 82 compared to Carol's 106, so. Still, if you're looking for magic defense, Carol's is definitely a good choice. But just for regular range and stuff, God D'Hide, solid option. And there you go. That is another round completed. And I get out the things that we can wield, which unfortunately does not include the elemental shield. To give a look at what we got this time. Got 2 shoes, 2 tops, 2 legs, a shield we can't wield, a bit more quest progress, more skilling. Very good. The Zamorak D'Hide body is the vast majority of the value of this tab, which is not surprising. Total bank value sitting at 29.5 million. Got plenty more flax. We're probably going to turn to bowstrings because 3 million is probably not enough to finish what we want to do here. And bowstrings is super easy. We could always go back to barrows if I felt like it. But for now, I'd say we're doing alright. Quick scroll through all the things we have in the bank. 425 different things. And we have removed placeholders for various things. Well, then the potions do count as 4 things, so. Yeah. It hasn't been exactly 26 times the round number because of all the Q and X items we don't have. But anyways. Doing pretty good. And we will continue doing stuff, unlocking things, having a time. Next time. Goodbye.